Lead at quarter time for the minor premiers Ringwood, 3-5-23, leading Rowville 2-1, 13 goals in that first quarter for the Redbacks. For kick by Clint Kennedy, he kicked 2, and Paul Eccles kicked 1. For Rowville, 1 goal each to Carnelli and Cody Morris, as umpire Andrew Tom gets us underway in the second quarter.
Oh, the Hawks will get a kick here because getting his head ripped off there was Morello. And Morello from the centre circle. Hand passes out to Knight. Knight looks to hand pass but finishes up going onto his right foot in direction of Silver. Silver can't mark but brings it down for himself, so that was good play. But it was Gaunt there getting the hand pass out, and Redbacks repel the attack out wide as Brett Rowe sees it out. And it went out in the full, in fact, so John Knight just handing it over to Pearce. And Pearce gets his short kick in just over the top of a teammate, but it was a push out there. And the Hawks go through, that's Canelli. Gets his kick to half forward. Silver, it's right on top of his head. Cody Morris has to come from over the top, and the Redbacks will get it out eventually here, and they do transfer the square. Trying to run onto the ball. Here is Kennedy. Goes to ground. There's Parsons in the thick of it, and it's not going too far. And Parsons not too happy with some attention. And unfortunately, his actions result in a send-off. So there wasn't much involved in that, Graham, but the umpire is quick to put his stamp on, his authority stamped on this game.
That's what he was doing there, so it didn't fuse any further than that. It was nothing in it. Bad luck for Adam.
So Mackwell replaces Adam Parsons, and the kick will go to Rick Smith at centre half back. And he'll get Rowville going again. His kick goes towards Morris, but nicely marked there by Michael Blake. And Blake been told to get behind his mark by the umpire. So he settles things at centre half back. Not too much movement here for Ringwood at the moment. And the kick just goes up the line at 20 metres forward, and it's Clint Kennedy, the vice captain, or one of the vice captains, gets his kick, but it's been chopped off. Still a chance here for the Redbacks, as Brett Jane had the ball, but it's been turned over now. Cody Morris just trying to feel his way into the contest. He does recover, he's got help from Spencer. Morris picks it up, gets up off the deck. Quick kick inside 50, over the head of Silver. Canelli's there, pushes his opponent off, tries to duck inside onto his left, and he went inside the corridor, but inside traffic, and he got penalised for throwing the ball.
Volante shared it with Gaunt, and back to Volante. The kick around the boundary to Spargo. Spargo on the wing, giving plenty of run for the Redbacks. Up towards half forward. Rowe crashed his way through. Walker slid out a handball to Atkinson. Long searching kick by Atkinson. Some holding on there. Looks like it'll be a free kick to Adam Watt. Advantage is paid. And slamming the ball into the woodwork was John Knight. So Rowville playing the advantage there, but it didn't quite come off for them. And the minor score there for John Knight.
John Knight's starting to get a few touches in this quarter, so he has to be watched.
2-2-14 Rowville trailing Ringwood 3-5-23. John Knight, of course, at East Ringwood for the last several seasons. His first year at Rowville this year, and it's been a fine acquisition to the Hawks team. So boundary throw-in, outer side of Walker Park. Morris contesting against Blake. Morris now throws it on the boot, but a disappointing result. Puts it straight out of bounds on the full. And the free kick to go to Ringwood with Brad Gaunt.
Spargo from half back. He's got time to run inside the ground and kick it long, but it's a little bit misdirected. Couldn't pick it up was Knight. So just punching it forward is the Redbacks, and they've got an opportunity. Oh. It sits here for Spargo. Spargo finally gets his hand pass over to Mackwell. Oh. Got cleaned up. Spargo with some help gets the hand pass forward. But again, the ball is not going too far. And there was a lot of heavy hits in there.
It's starting to look like a typical grand final now, with people throwing their bodies in.
So it's a ball up 30 metres out from Ringwood's goal. Grinter wins the tap. Not going too far as passes. Picked up off the ground there. Flying shot from Ringwood. Dribbles and was saved on the line. And Rowville are happy to see it go through for a minor score as Ringwood move on to 3-6-24, leading Rowville 2-2-14.
Rowville seem to be a bit scrambly with their playing and a bit panicky when they're kicking. So they need to settle quickly if they're going to make inroads on this.
So Nick Cox to bring the ball back in for the Hawks, and just awaiting for a long time there the confirmation of the behind. Goal umpire just seeking the all clear from the umpire as Knight takes the mark, came out on the long lead, got it to Atkinson. He was crunched by Kennedy, and the free kick there paid against Travis Kennedy. Umpire Andrew Tong right on the scene and deeming that bump by Kennedy illegal. So the free kick to Notman. Thumping long left foot kick up towards half forward. Henderson came through, went without the ball though. Atkinson applies the tackle on Matthews. And it'll be a ball up. Just outside 50 for Rowville. Mackwell came crashing through, doing some hard work. Morris, he went without the ball, so too did Knight. Giannopoulos throws it on the boot. High kick to full forward. Plenty of pushing and shoving in the square. Carnelli received it off hands and bounces it through for a goal. Matthew Carnelli gets his second, and Rowville now move back to within just 4 points. It's been a great start to this third quarter by them, and they get the much needed first goal of the second quarter.
Yeah, good position by Carnelli in front of Silver there. It was always going to either be a mark to Silver or come to the ground, so he was front and centre and right where you need to be.
Well, Graham, you're talking about the players not manning up in the centre. I think they've rectified that, and there is some heavy body work going in and around the ball now.
That's why Mackwell's in the side. He comes in and mans you up, and he makes you earn every kick. So
it's Chris Henderson from the centre who takes another free kick as he tries to get the Redbacks going. His kick is high inside 50. Nickel underneath it, has to push a couple out, and that's how the umpire saw it. So Nickel gives away a free kick, and will be taken by Tate Bergman, who hands it over to Notman. So Notman from the back line, kicking it out. Giannopoulos in good position. Just taps it forward, and there inside is Spencer, but Ringwood again making a quick transition. Pass has been tackled and it's been turned over. Here's Atkinson from the back of the square, kicks it inside to John Knight, picks it up beautifully on the half volley, but his hand pass misdirected, and it's an opportunity here for Brad Gaunt to get it going for Ringwood. Grinter uses his one hand, does fend off a player, gets it over to Brett Rowe. Brett Rowe wants to get on his right, eventually does. Has a kick from 45, dropping short. The Hawks are under a lot of pressure here in the area of Nickel, but it comes out to Atkinson, and Atkinson hands it over to a teammate, and they do get it out eventually. Paul Giannopoulos just got out positioned there by Lucas Fleming. Now comes out to Luke Norton. Luke Norton puts it inside the square and in good position to take a mark. There was Eccles. And that's what quick ball movement does. It puts the backman out of position, and Eccles was in great position out the back there and took a mark. You have to make sure that when you're clearing from defence, you hit every target. Otherwise, one mistake and it's back over your head, and they've got players back there already. So Eccles looking to put his second on the board to add to the two Clint Kennedy got in the first quarter. And Ringwood through Eccles, move on to 4-6-30, back out to a 10-point lead over Rowville, 3-2-20. And they've deserved this lead so far, Graham, don't you think? They have. They've played the better football, and their running game's starting to go now. So they just need to put it all together, and it'll make it very hard for Rowville.
Well, the quick reply there for Ringwood, kicked by Paul Eccles, his second of the day. And he and Clint Kennedy with two each. So back in the middle. 10-point lead to the Redbacks, 4-6 plays Rowville, 3-2. Smith against Grinter in the ruck. Fleming came through hard, was well tackled by Cox.
He's a good running half-back, Fleming, from the Diamond Valley, and he's starting to get into it now.
Smith wins the tap down. Quick kick by Gordon. Bergman tried to trap the ball, was unable to do so. Shoulders was wrapped up by Walker. Quick kick comes out of defence to Atkinson. And Ian Atkinson at half-back for Rowville. The kick was ill-directed, chopped off by Gaunt. Gaunt plays on now. Sends it towards the middle. Giannopoulos fisted it down. Long kick by Henderson to full forward. Chance here for Shoulders, throws it on the boot, and that's all he needed. That was all the opportunity Brett Shoulders needed to kick a great goal. Ringwood go back out to a 16-point lead. Brett Shoulders kicks his first, and a few changes being made off the interchange as well. Grinter coming off, Burgess back on. But Graham, that's the sort of damage Shoulders can do, even just with a split second of an opportunity, makes them count.
That's right, and they've shifted Nickel out to the flank there and taken the focus off him and made Eccles and Shoulders the two targets up.